You are down with.
Yo, Dave.
What up?
Drop the beat.
We like it old school. You know how we do this.
What you listening to?
The brothers from the 818.
91331.
Pacoima, California.
What's up, Dave?
What's up, Caleb?
The real, the raw, the relevant.
No script.
We invite you into our conversation. What's going on, people?
Let me just say this.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
You are down with.
The brothers from the 818.
Tell me something good. Bow, bow. Tell me, baby, tell me that you like. It's the wrong song, but the sentiment is right. What's going on, people? This is Dave from the brothers from the 818, kicking it with my man Caleb. Caleb, what's going on with you?
It's good, man. It's good. You know, we're back here doing another podcast. Can I say this is number 50?
50. Is that the sound of the police? No, it's not. That's the 50th episode of the brothers from the 818. I need a timeout for the pause, man. 50 episodes, man. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Congratulations, man. That's some serious dedication.
Yeah. We did it, man. You know, we told our listeners, just keep chiming in or keep listening in, and then we'll be here every week because we're going to keep doing our thing, giving them the real, the raw, and the relevant. So that's exactly what we did. And here we are 50 episodes later, man. I'm glad to see this day. I think there were some early listeners that were like, man, they are never going to get to 50. But here we are. So celebrate.
Man, I ain't gonna call nobody out, but I know there were some early listeners that were like, we ain't gonna get to 50. And they still talking, but y'all ain't gonna make 100. Right. And so it's cool because haters gonna hate, and we need them in our lives to keep us motivated to do the things we need to do. So it's all good. I mean,
there it is.
If everybody loved us, then we got to change up our content, man. That's just the way
That's
that
true.
works. So, but you know, let me address the elephant in the room, man.
Go ahead, check in, man. Check in.
Let me check in. First of all, that murdering cop, Derek Chauvin, was found guilty on all 3 counts. First and second degree, say it with me, murder, right? And second degree manslaughter. Great. Good for him. That's exactly what should have happened. Told you a year ago, or it wasn't a year ago, 6-9 months ago, you said, hey, do you know he got out of jail on bail? And I said, I don't care that he got out. He could walk around free. I want him to be convicted. And I didn't say it then, but what I'm saying now is I want him to be convicted and sentenced, right? America did a good job today, or the justice system, I want to say America, but the justice system has done half its job today. Right? The second half is the sentencing. And we've seen it, hate to be that cat, but we've seen it where the sentencing does not fit the crime. We've definitely seen it happen to our people. We've seen it against our people, right? So now I just want to see the sentencing fit the crime. This man is convicted 3 times on second and third degree murder and second degree manslaughter. I want to see a sentencing that matches that. And furthermore, I want him in Gen Pop. Go.
You know, the defense, Derek Chauvin's lawyer, he kept saying over and over again, a noble and reasonable police officer. The defense, I heard it time and time again. Well, Derek Chauvin was not a noble and reasonable police officer. Anybody that could stand on somebody's neck for more than 8 minutes while looker on are asking him to check his pulse. Could you get off of him? He can't breathe. Let him up. That's not noble. and that's
Right.
not reasonable.
Right.
The cops, they didn't get away with murder today, and that's justice.
Yeah.
Seeing him in handcuffs today, that's justice. You know, there's been so many Black men in America that have been sentenced for far less than Derek Chauvin. And still, I was nervous that he was going to get away with it. And thank God for the cell phone recording. Thank God for the cell phone recording. And that's justice. The judicial system worked today. Justice. This is a victory for George Floyd and his family. But this is a victory for America. There's a lot more work to be done. Hopefully we can get into it either later in this podcast and weeks to come as we talk about policing and reform. You know, regarding that videotape, my thoughts are, it's another form of citizen policing. But if that's the case, if that's what we got to result to, if that's the requirement, then that's a great argument for defunding the police. And I want to be clear when I say defunding the police. It's not no police force. It's not completely stripping all funding from police force, but it's reason for police reform for sure. Because if it wasn't for that video, I don't think that Chauvin would have gotten convicted. They would have spun it. They would have spent it. They would have disregarded all the eyewitnesses, and they would have. Well, what we would have seen is what we've seen for years and years in America, is that the police, the blue line of silence would have won out, and the voices of the members in our community, the Black voices of members in our community, would have been silenced. So that's what I got to share on that for now.
Yeah, man, you touched on some stuff. Next week, possibly the week after, we're going to be doing some deep focus on police reform. We got some banging guests coming up. We talked about that. I want to leave a lot of that for that, because this is still going to be a hot topic in times to come. I think my sentiments mirror yours exactly. Justice did its job today.
Yeah.
Right. I did a post and someone said, but as we were receiving the verdict, found out that the police killed a 15-year-old girl. It never stops. And so I'm like, and I don't even have any details on that to speak on it, but I'm like, she was right. It never stops. Right. And so what we have to remember is this is a victory for George Floyd's family. Right. It's definitely justice served for anyone directly attached to him in the case. It's victory for the city. It's the victory for people in the city. It's victory for everyone around who's involved in justice. But we can't look at it as, yay, we got what we wanted. Right. This isn't, we got our OJ win. Right. This is really, we have to acknowledge that this was today. What we're really looking for is effective police reform. Right. And a remediation on everything that has and continues to happen to men that look like you and me, my sons, your sons to be, and apparently 15-year-old girls too. So, so let's pause that for a moment. I'm celebrating. I started this, tell me something good, right? This is a good thing.
I'm celebrating too. I don't know anything you can see it with the.
I see your glass. I see your glass. I'm gonna hold up a red cup to you. I'm gonna be real with you, it's empty, but I'll hold it up for you. But let me share this. I think you've seen it, and maybe our people have as well. But if they haven't, I want to be able to show it to people. And it's just, a powerful statement from President and Mrs. Obama. You can see that.
Yeah.
So, quickly, 'cause I probably read a lot faster than people are going to go through. But today, a jury in Minneapolis did the right thing. For almost a year, George Floyd's death under the knee of a police officer has reverberated around the world, inspiring murals and marches, sparking conversations in living rooms and new legislation. But a more basic question has remained: would justice be done? In this case, at least, we have our answer. But if we're being honest with ourselves, we know that true justice is much more than a single verdict in a single trial. True justice requires that we come to terms with the fact that Black Americans are treated differently every day. It requires us to recognize that millions of our friends, family, and fellow citizens live in a fear that their next encounter with law enforcement could be their last. And it requires us to do the sometimes thankless, often difficult, but always necessary work of making the America we know more like the America we believe in. This is a statement by President and Mrs. Obama. If you want to see the rest of it, look it up. Don't need to read to you guys the whole thing, but if you have any form of social media, or you can access Yahoo or Google, you can find that statement. It's a powerful statement, but I like how he said, hey, the reminder is that it's a necessary step, but it's far from a sufficient one. We cannot be satisfied with the big fish when we know we're going to go hungry for the rest of the month. We have to figure out a way to make sure that we can sustain ourselves. And that's effective reform, that's police reform, that's just a wake up America, because this is how the Black man's been treated. And joining forces with the Asian population, this is how the non-white population's been treated. And we're now speaking up. We've been speaking up a long time, but we need to see more of these. So that's what I got to say on that, man. I got a whole lot more, but I'm gonna table it for another time.
Yeah, it's a great start, man. And as you said, we're going to table it because there's so much more. We got 2 more officers that's going to be that's been charged, and that they're going to have their day in court. And we're going to talk more about reform, the need for addressing chokeholds and policing, registering those bad apples that so they can't move from one state to the next and one police force to the next. And then the other piece is for the federal government to get involved and be able to step up and to take action in when regional policing, to address regional policing when there's concerns. Right now, there's no legislation that allows that to happen at the federal level. And so more to come for sure.
More to come. All right, for sure. So, like I said, next 2 weeks, tune in, Brothers from 818. We're going to, next week's show is guaranteed to be powerful. We're going to be, we got some special guests, some interesting guests, and we're going to be talking about police reform, and we're going to get there. We're going to go there, and it's going to be raw. It's going to be real. It's going to be relevant. This is the one that you want to see. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, but you kicked this off and you said, smells like 5-0 in the room. We need some barbecue and something brown to wash it all down. But I got some, people have been reaching out, man. I got some videos that, people want to see. We got one guest. She's a little bold, man. I'm gonna let you know. She's never been on the show, but she's a big fan. She's engaged every week. And she said, I want to do mine live. So, if you're ready to get into it, I'm gonna let her in, and we're gonna see what she got to say. And we won't let her stay long, but we'll see. You know how this goes, man. We never know. Ain't no scripts in this, so we don't know what she's gonna say. So let me open the door, see if we can get her in here. Della, are you out there? Can you hear me?
Yep, I'm in here.
There she is. Mrs. Della Hill, welcome to the Brothers from the 818.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So I was just telling Caleb, you are one of the OG fans. You've been with us through all 50 episodes. You're, always watching, always engaged. We have lots of conversations. I used to see comments from you. I don't see them much no more. I ain't gonna throw no shade, though. I'm gonna leave it right there just to put you on blast in front of everybody. Caleb, what you got to say to our guests, man?
Hey, what's up, Della? Thank you for being such a huge supporter for the Brothers from the 818. Love that.
Awesome. Thank you, Kay. Absolutely. I love it. I want to say that I'm super proud of you guys because You guys, I mean, I've been knowing you guys for such a long time, and to see that you guys are steadily growing, steadily staying with how things are here with today's world, I think is awesome. I think it's very ironic as well that I want to point out that you guys episode number 7 was about George Floyd, and today, look what happened today. And they made it, there was a world of difference today. I guess we know we have to still see what happened with the sentencing, but we're happy to see that today things have changed. So I'm quite sure you guys will discuss that as well coming up when they get the verdict coming in. I look forward to talking about that with you guys. But I'm definitely, I definitely enjoy listening to you guys very much so. My favorite one when you guys went to go eat. And maybe want to come back out there where you guys are and just go and just test all of them out. I don't know how y'all did it, but hey, it was so much food. But I definitely look forward to doing it. But I do look forward to continuing to watching how you guys continue to grow and progress. I'm super proud of you guys.
Let me say something. Let me say a couple things. First of all, I did not know our 7th episode was George Floyd, that we were talking about George Floyd. So that's really big. So thank you for reminding us of that. The other piece is you could come visit us and eat with us, or we could come visit you. You know, that was one of our favorite episodes, and really it was our first time in the community doing something like that. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. But yeah, we could come to you.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we like to travel, so I think we prefer to fly these days. So you might have to pick us up from the airport.
Okay.
But
sounds good. Sounds good.
We'll do that. So, you know, Della, you mentioned you've been knowing us for a long time. You know, Della's been around since 89, 90-ish.
Yeah.
So we're definitely past the 30-year mark. You know, we got some guests that, you know, some viewers out there that they haven't hit 30, right? So she was around before the kids and everything else when we was just college knuckleheads running around.
Right.
Della was there. And so, you know, and we've just kept in touch all these years and doing the thing. One thing about Della, I'm looking around, I don't see no earrings. I don't see nothing red. You knew you was going to be on camera, right?
If I can run away real quick, come right back, I'll come right back. I've just been busy. I've been a busy person.
Della is Delta Sigma Theta strong. I mean, you know, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her not wearing red, let alone are there any sororities that wear yellow? Because maybe you started to transition. I mean, you starting to.
I've just been at work today, just working today, and that's all it was. But I can run away and go get it real quick. Not a problem.
Too late. I'm not editing that part out. I'm gonna let the world see you as you are.
You know what, Della, you mentioned that maybe you'll come back for the George Floyd, not the verdict, but the sentencing. Like, you don't have to wait for that. You didn't have to wait for our 50th. There's a lot that we could talk about. And I love the fact that Dave just mentioned the sorority stuff. We could get a fraternity brother on here, join you up and educate our audience about what that sorority life was like.
Not a problem.
I don't see no red on your nails either.
That again?
I don't see no red on your nails either. Oh, okay. All right. That's better. You got a little something. So Della, we love you. We appreciate you. You know, just more than that, we're friends. The fact that, you know, you've embraced the show and is engaging. You know, I know that you've had conversations with those around you and your kids about different things that we've talked about. And, you know, if we can be a launch platform for anyone to take their conversation with anyone else to the next level, we're super thankful for that. And the fact that you and I are as close as we are just means that, you know, that much more to myself and Caleb. And we just appreciate you. And we're glad you came on to share some love with the brothers from the 818.
Thank you. You guys take care, continue to grow, and I'll continue watching you guys. Have a good one.
All right. Take it easy, Della.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
All right, good seeing you.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye. That's cool.
That was very cool. I'm glad she got a chance to jump in there and show some love. you know, my best friends are the ones that's just been around forever, man. I'm telling you. Me and Ernest been running the streets for, 20 years, and he's probably the friend I have the least amount of longevity with. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm, anybody listening is like, what about me? I only got 8 years. Okay, I didn't think about you at the moment. Don't trip. Don't take it personal. What I'm saying is I have people in my life that have been there for a while.
Right.
And I loved it. My friends, we have history, and you do
You never
too.
mentioned me on the podcast. You never
Exactly.
mentioned my name on the podcast.
What's going on with that? So you can come on. I'll give you a formal apology.
Right.
If I offended you on any level. So, but yeah, man, like I said, she wanted to kick it off and just share some love with us. And I got some more, man. So not in any particular order, but I am biased, as you know. I got we got a shout out from them brown girls.
Brown girls.
So we're gonna go ahead and check them out next. See what they have to say.
Cool. Love them brown girls.
Them brown girls.
Hey guys.
Hey brothers.
We just want to say congratulations.
Congratulations.
Happy 50th episode birthday.
Yes, good job. Keep up the good work. You guys have been on it.
And you've inspired us to keep going and push.
Yes. So keep going, keep pushing, keep striving. And we know that we will see great things from you guys.
Yay.
Have a great
Congratulations.
one.
And thank you for bringing us on there 2 times.
Yes, 2
we
times.
do bring the energy. We do.
So we know we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
We'll be back before 100.
Bye.
Hey, that was fun, man.
Yeah,
Man, them brown girls, they do bring the energy. And we did have them on twice, but they also had us on as well.
Right.
And that was a lot of fun for us to join them. Something else that I noticed, they are always smiling. They greeted us with like a song. It was almost like brothers, and I'm not going to sing. Actually, I did kind of sing right there, right? You don't want me to sing, right? But that was awesome, brother.
That was good. That was really good. All right. Well, in no particular order, we got some more. We're going to keep this thing rolling. You're going to recognize this face, one of our, again, faithful followers, Chef Roxy.
Oh, wow.
Our sister from the 818 wanted to send out a little message.
Hey, it is Chef Roxy sending mad love to the Brothers 818. Brothers from the 818, happy 50th. How many decades of friendship? Amazing. That is one of the most rare, purest forms of beauty that you can celebrate. And the fact that you guys do something so great together, representing 818, representing Pacoima, and just all your love, knowledge that you guys kick upon us through everything that you do on all the platforms. Thank you so much. Happy 50th. I'm excited for you guys. More things to come. Celebrate. Thank you so much for loving this kid from Pacoima and showing me mad love. Happy 50th. Here's to you guys.
That's what's up.
Hey.
Up, Chef Roxy.
Chef Roxy, she normally get to people through their stomach, but hearing her words really touched me right now, man. That's 818. That's that 91331. That's that Pacoima native, man. That was really cool, man.
I like how she said that. Thank you for loving this kid from Pacoima, right?
Yeah.
And we do. We love that. We love that girl, and she's doing amazing things. And anytime we can support her and her efforts is just a big up for her team, the community. She's providing a major vehicle for us to do more in 818. So, good looking out, Chef Roxy. Yeah. All right, man, we're going to keep this show rolling. One of our very first guests, not the first, but one of the earlier ones, he sent over some love. Can't wait to hear what he has to say. Check this out.
We'll see.
I'd like to send a special shout out to the brothers from the 818. Thank you guys for all that you do for our community and for keeping it real. And that is from your boy, JR. Happy 50th episode. How's that even possible?
Got me
Speaking on
saying,
JR.
yeah. How's that even possible? Some brothers from the 818 getting in 50 episodes, and JR not only celebrating us, but he's also rocking that Trojan Pride, man. So I love that.
You know what? JR is gonna rock that Trojan Pride. He could wear a UCLA hat. He gonna have on that Trojan lanyard. He could. He is Trojan faithful. He posts pictures of his kids in like cheerleading uniforms. I'm sure when his new beautiful baby is born, she's gonna be rocking some. We should get her some brothers from the 818 gear so she can rock it with rock it with the USC. But good brother, believe it or not, he was a big encouragement for me. Really saying, "Hey, we're gonna do this podcast thing." He started pushing me, and I started pushing you. It's like, hey man, let's just get this done. We've been talking about it, and we can either talk about it or we can be about it. So big ups to JR. Big ups to JR. We're not done. I don't know I think you guys have met. This is a sister from the 818. Well, actually, she's from the 818. I don't even know where she's from because it's not the United States. She's actually from Canada. She might have been she was definitely at my 50th. I'm not sure she was at my 50th when you were here, but good friend of the show. She's always engaged. Her name is Kristen. Check her out.
Yeah.
Happy 50th episode, David and Caleb. Congratulations on this huge milestone. I'm always grateful for the insight and the vulnerability on some really sometimes tough topics that you guys are bringing to the table to this sheltered white Canadian girl. You get me through your episodes get me through some tough times, whether it's a hard workout or a long walk with my dog, but I always enjoy learning from your perspectives and really appreciate the valuable topics that you guys bring up. And I also really enjoy your candor and your very obvious lifelong friendship. So keep doing your thing. You guys rock. I love listening to you. And congratulations again on your 50th episode. Yay. Love you guys.
That's Kristen, man. She's forever faithful. She's always engaged, always telling me about what's going on and blah, blah, blah. So,
I love Kristen, man. I can't wait to get her on a podcast, man, and get on an episode so we can get her live. Yeah.
Don't say that because she'll call you directly. She'll be like, okay, what do you want me to talk about? Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
She's in it.
Like,
so
why haven't we done it already, man?
I know.
Kristen has great energy and she's a faithful.
Yeah. And she has a very interesting perspective, especially on, racial justice and so forth, being not from America, recognizing, her own fragility and things that people take for granted because it's never just been pointed out to them. So, she's just an amazing person. I like saying this term now about people. She's a good human. She just has great human qualities. Not male, not female, just great human qualities. She's a person that you could just engage in some real conversation with, male or female, and handle that. So good people. So this next one, Voice from the Past, you should be able to pick it up when you hear the voice. There's no video that goes with it. I'm not even sure if she mentions her name. I know who it is, and you should too, just by listening, but we could talk about that afterwards. So here we go. Here go another one.
Congratulations, guys, on your 50th episode. I am so proud of you. I just wanted to say that when I listen to Caleb and David, I feel like I'm in on a private conversation. I feel like I'm included, like I'm a friend, like I'm a part of their family. And when I listen to the two of them, I can tell that they truly do care about one another, that they really are friends, and that there is genuine love for one another there. The guests that you guys have are dynamic. The subject matter is always on point. I learn something every time I tune in, and I feel inspired and motivated after each episode. So I will end with this. If you want Raw, unscripted, personal conversation. This is the podcast for you. If you want real talk that isn't pandering, if you want relevant conversation that speaks to things that matter to you, you should listen. I know I will be around for the next 950 episodes. I can't wait, guys. You're doing such a great job, and I look forward to hearing you each week.
We need to put her on payroll, do some marketing.
All right, 950, our next 950th episode, man. I love that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's 20 years of episodes. You ready for that? We got that in us?
Let's do it, man. I might have a little bit more gray. I might be a little bit more balder, but I don't know how that's even possible.
Right.
But we would certainly have plenty more to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. Last but definitely not least, man, I haven't even watched this one, but I got one more. You definitely gonna recognize her. So let me throw this one up. Here we go.
Hey, brothers from the 818, Letitia Clark, Mayor of the City of Tustin here, wishing you well wishes on your incredible milestone for your podcast. So excited for what you all are doing and speaking truth to power, exposing amazing people in this area, and really just promoting light and love. And we all could use a little more of that in the world. So keep up the great work. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for having me on as a guest, one of the highlights of my year. And just thank you for all that you do. Keep moving, keep pushing, and congratulations. Take care.
What you know about that?
The mayor blessed us with a shout out, the highlight of her year. That's incredible, Mayor Clark. Well, thank you for blessing us with that. It was a wonderful opportunity for us to, like, you blessed us with being on the podcast, and then you came back on our 50th. That's incredible.
Yeah, man. I got the video. I was like, I don't even want to watch it. I'm just gonna wait until it's good. I think I watched, honestly, one of those. People sent it over. They were like, how was it? Yeah, I don't know. I'll wait. And so, because I wanted to be surprised right along with you. And maybe some more come in, later, and we'll get a chance to show them, or whatever the situation is. But I feel like, man, we're doing it. We're doing something right? And it's touching people in ways that perhaps they weren't prepared for, and it's making them engage. And that just gives me all the energy and drive I need to do more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. In my field, we always talk about a parallel process, right? We've shared, a lot of people showed us a lot of love, right? And we show a lot of people love. So that's the parallel process for me and you. We're doing it for sure, because we're sticking true to our word. We wanted to, when we first started, we said that we're just going to have a conversation with every once a week, and we're going to introduce or allow people to kind of join us in that conversation as we talk about current topics and pop culture and police reform and other issues that's going on in our world. And we've done that. We've continued to bring people our conversations on a weekly basis in this podcast. And, for us to reach 50, full transparency, when I continue to hear people say, congratulations on your 50th, I'm about to turn 50, right, this year. And you don't get to 50 of anything, right? You don't get to shoot. You don't get to score 50 points in a basketball game. You don't get to run up the score on a football field for 50. That just doesn't happen without some work and some labor in it. So, credit to us for being able to continue to persevere and do this every week.
That's what's up, man. Especially being from where we're from, everybody didn't make it to 50. right? And so the last shout out I need to do is to you, brother. Take you back to 94. It's my first wedding. You opened up the toast and you said something to the effect of, and I haven't watched this in 25 years, so I'm just recalling, it just hit me. It says something to the effect of, we've been hanging out at the time for like the past, 11, 12 years. And you said, remember being 12 and 13 years old and, saw each other or were leaving or something, was like, yo, man, I love you. And it was a pause, right? Because, we brothers from the 818, we grew up in the hood. Is that supposed to be going down? We supposed to say that? And, we said it, we felt it because it was true, right? And you are what I call my chosen brother, right? You can't help who you're born in, what family you're born into, and blood is supposed to be thicker than water, but I ain't got none thicker than you. And so that means a lot to me. And I'm glad we're on this journey together. I'm glad that, we made, we're coming up on that we're in our fourth decade, that we're coming up on 40 years of friendship. I'm glad that we can celebrate this 50th episode tonight. I'm thankful that, as busy as I am, and I don't know too many cats busier than me, you are, and you got small children, yet you still make time to make this happen. And you've proven to me over and over again how important this is to you, like it is to me. And I just appreciate it. And I appreciate that we can share this time. I appreciate it that we can chop it up and be real. I feel like even in this last year, we've gotten that much closer just from doing this, right? And honestly, absolutely. I just didn't think that was possible. Yeah. So got mad love for you, man. Always have, always will. And I'm glad we on this journey together.
You're gonna make me tear up. Yeah,
I'm already trying to be cool because people gonna clown, but whatever.
No, man, you always, you're the mouthpiece of this group, man. I just kind of just show up and I crack jokes, and I think I used to say that all the time when we were first getting started. But you always show me love, and so I'm gonna try to put some words together instead of just cracking some jokes tonight. You are the brains and the IT, all of the technology behind this podcast. There's so much stuff that you do behind the scenes because I have young children and I can't do it all. I can't get to it all. And so you'll stay up late, you'll wake up early to make sure that we're ready and we're able to bring this message, this word to our audience every week. And so thank you for that, but also thank you for the brotherhood, man. When I think about my friends and when I think about my family, I don't separate you from my blood, and so you've always been there, and that's how I see you, and I love you, man. And I don't know if I was saying I love you when I was a teenager, because I probably would have looked at you a little sideways. But today, as a man looking you eye to eye, I love you, man, and I appreciate the brotherhood for sure.
Absolutely, man. And until the wheels don't stick, until the wheels fall off and the duct tape don't stick, we're gonna keep doing this. And Della prophesied 950 more episodes. That's 20 years. So if we're still doing this, it's because we really went viral. And we found our retirement vehicle. So, but no, like I said, you said it in the beginning. As long as y'all keep showing up, we're gonna keep giving you that real, that raw, that relevant, as only we can. Our verbal shout out, she said, you can see the genuineness, you can see the genuine friendship, and you're really involved in just a lot of conversations we have, right? If we weren't on this podcast, we would have had a shout out conversation tonight about the trial, and we would have shared, the verdict. We'd have been sharing X, Y, and Z. So let's just keep doing it, man. Here's to 50.
Yeah.
And let's look forward to the next 50.
All right, man. I could drink to that. I know you got your solo cup, but I'll drink to that. Kristen, she gave our listeners the blueprint. Listen while she's walking her dog, listen while she's working out. And pretty soon, Kristen is going to be listening to herself on this podcast because she checked us out on our 50th. And like we'll get her on about 60, 65 episode. How about that?
Let's make it happen. If not before, man. I mean, I'm telling you, if the iron's hot, she can bring it. So, you know, she's definitely, she gonna bring that energy. She gonna bring that real. So anyway, now the love is out in the air. You know, what you listening to, brother? Anything? What's happening this week?
Oh man. Let me see. What have I been listening to? Well, I could say, my wife reminded me today, Luther Vandross would be 70 years old today. All right. But that's not what I'm listening to. I've been listening to news reports and commentary about George Floyd trial, not knowing where it was going to land. It's been keeping me up at night, and it's making me, it had me second guessing, you know, my place in this country, and you know, whether or not I could continue to kind of sit idle while injustice continue to show it, you know, its face at my doorstep, you know, because I have options. Everyone have options. I don't have to live in America. All right, maybe I can move somewhere else where I will be treated more equally, you know, without indifference to my Blackness. All right. And so, you know, I love America, man. You know, I'm a patriot, but I was thinking, you know, maybe enough is enough. But today, justice prevailed. And here I am thinking about another 950 episodes.
Feel that.
What you listening?
Feel that. Man, I really want to go there. But yeah, I'll just say I feel that because I had some very similar conversations with folks around me. You mentioned that, you know, had it went another way, you'd have been out there and so forth and so on. I know you are, I know you will, I know you can, but get out there anyway, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because the protests aren't happening, and you're like, if they are, I'm gonna be right there with them. There's still action that needs to be done, right? We can no longer sit aside quiet. We can no longer treat it like when Obama won, President Obama secured the election. Well, you got a black president, so you can't say anything now. No, there's plenty to say, right? So yeah, that was a step in the right direction, but it's not the step that ends everything, right? And as I read with that letter from President and Mrs. Obama, it's a step in the right direction, but we can't be satisfied, and we can't just say, okay, there's no more racial injustice. No, today justice won. Justice was served in that particular instance, and we're looking for more. Where that, you know, I was thinking about the police officer that shot the dude in his own apartment eating ice cream and thought it was her apartment. She got 10 years, right? I don't know how much of that she gonna serve, but you know, justice was served on that case. You know, Jacob Blake, not so much, right? That officer is back on the street writing tickets and worse. So
Yeah.
you know, you just never know, but we're gonna take our victories where we can get it. Anyway, I'm preaching. What I'm listening to, maybe a week ago or over the weekend, General Spotify and Dre came on the intro from Compton. I don't know if you remember that one, but it's kind of like horns playing, and it's, you know, Compton used to be this. And although the mayor and 4 out of 5 public officials are Black, people are wondering, blah, blah, blah. Preston got hooked. And he was like, Dad, what's that? So I introduced him to Dre. And of course, that followed up with 2001. Of course, that followed up with The Chronic. Of course, now that's following up with some NWA. And so just, hey, walking them down that path, I'm just happy, you know, my little son from Orange County is you know, trying to get some Dre up in him. And I'm happy to provide the vehicle, right? And so, and people, just so you know, and you can say anything you want to me about it, people have looked at me sideways because of the music that I will allow my children to listen to. And, you know, I'm encouraged by it. I'm like, one, they're gonna hear it anyway. I mean, I can't, my boys are teenagers. I can't stop the music that they're going to hear outside of my presence. What I can do is talk to them about the music they hear, what it means, and explain to them how that affects their culture, and explains to them how this music, as well as when I explain James Brown and Nina Simone and Billie Holiday and Duke Ellington and all of them, how I explain how all of that music affects our culture, and this is what it means. And so if you got something to say to me about it, bring it. right? But the bottom line is I celebrate all Black music and have really opened up my palette. I hear more other types of music from them because that's their environment. So we share back and forth. But I embrace Black music of all types, especially hip hop. Y'all know how I feel about hip hop, and I will share if I'm willing to listen to it myself. I'm willing to share it with my kids. So you've been kicking it with the brothers from the 818 on our 50th broadcast. Man. Yeah, we'll throw up the hands, do a little movement for the show, let people know, take my hat off, all that good stuff. It's been great kicking it with you, man. I'm looking forward to the next 950, as Mrs. Hill said. But for the rest of y'all, hey, we thank you for joining in with us. We thank you for just continuing to join in with us. As long as you keep showing up, we're going to keep bringing you that raw, that real, and that relevant, as only brothers from the 818 can. You can catch us on YouTube. You're probably watching that right now, or Facebook, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, and Audible. Almost forgot Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts. Those are built right into your phones. You can also check us out on our website, brothersfromthe818.com, or wherever you stream your podcast from. I'm sure we are there too. And we're just going to keep doing our thing. Next week is episode 1 to start all over again. And we're going to keep doing that thing. Be sure you tune in next week, because we're going to be doing a whole, maybe a series of shows on police reform. And we got some guests that you will not believe. You don't want to miss those. So Caleb, get us out of here. How we do this?
Hey, thank you for checking out the brothers from the 818. We appreciate you continuing to support our efforts. You guys have a blessed week. Peace.
Peace.
You are down with
The brothers from the 818.